Hey guys, it's gonna be Wood Elves versus Dark Elves here in this Ris3n Inaugural Total War tournament match. Kugel, very quickly, upping his army. It's gonna be Ravagers of Rikarth, Regiment of Renowned Scourge Runner Chariots, Blood Rack Shrine, some more Scourge Runner Chariots without the Regiment of Renown, 2 units of Dark Shards, a Sisters of Slaughter, 2 units of Witch Elves, one of them Regiment of Renown, Blackguard Corsairs, and 2 Dread Spears, led by Malice Darkblade himself. GTKung, starting off with some Wild Riders, and Orion is going to be his general. Okay, he's re-added the Wild Riders, but it's going to be 2 units of Way Watchers, 4 units of Eternal Guard. Okay, he's upping that to 4 Wild Riders, 3 Way Watchers, and 4 units of Eternal Guard. Kugel is sticking to his current layout. And we are going to wait with bated breath. This is one of the most even battles. Well, it's anticipated to be one of the most even battles of the tournament. I am personally very, very excited. Let me fix Nightbot very quickly before we get going.
Revisiting this map, so even though it's
Hello? Hello?
What's up?
Who dis?
It's Mafi.
Okay, we are casting Kung versus Kugel right now. Kung has not changed his lineup. Kugel has not changed his lineup either. Wonder if that means they're... Okay, they're doing their map pick. Kung does not have to let Kugel do this, but he is acquiescing. It's a sign of confidence on his part. We do have some variation in the pool. So Kugel can just pick a map with no woods. You know, with the Wood Elves, I would expect, I think Prague is the map with a lot of woods for his map pick. But we're not seeing that. I can feel the tension building. I DM'd Kugel. He doesn't pick soon. Oh, I have a Discord message, hopefully. Okay. He has picked Schwarzenhofen. Schwarzenhofen. Thunder rumbles in the distance as these two titans of the Ris3n community, two of the best Total War players, face off in the winner's bracket. This is Kugel's first match in the tournament, due to several factors. Kung fighting a bloody swath through the first several rounds of the tournament. You're loaded onto the map. I'm going to turn on the music very quickly. I generally play without it. These guys are aware of each other's race picks. It's a blind pick for the first round, so they both messaged me what race they were going to be, and then I revealed it to both players. But they are not aware of the unit composition of each other's armies. Both players going for heavy infantry compositions. What is interesting to me is that while there are copses of trees, I guess they're, yeah. So there's tiny little trees around the map. Kung is choosing not to utilize those, despite playing the Wood Elves. Wait, what? I didn't expect to see this. Oh my god, our first casualty of the game. And the game hasn't even started. That guy's been here a while. What the hell? What happened in this house? Oh my god, there's more corpses. We've unraveled a mystery. But now is not the time for that. Kugel charging down the hill. Kung rushing out to meet him. Kugel has this terror-causing blood-racked shrine in the vanguard. This is an anti-infantry melee vehicle. Sort of. It's just being peppered, and you can see that health bar melt as Kung launches the first arrows of the game. Kugel getting the chariot charge in on these archers to the left flank of Kung. Kung firing volley after volley into these chariots. Wood Elves have some of the best archers in the game, and they're making their presence known. Kung with an epic chariot charge into the archers of Kugel. Now, these guys do have, while I hesitate to call them decent melee combatants, they have a little bit of melee prowess, as decent melee combatant is a tag in the game. Kugel is going to charge Malice Darkblade into the back, and he's going to pump out the DPS on these cavalry. Kugel looking to be in very good shape. He is very spread out, but he's constantly keeping Kung on the run. Now, unfortunately, Kung's units can shoot while moving, so they are slowly kiting his back, and Kugel's Bloodrack Shrine isn't looking too hot. Sisters of Slaughter are going to rout the Eternal Guard, and Kugel seems to be winning for the most part on the left flank, but he pulls back the Sisters of, the Witch Elves from attacking the archers. He was worried that the move speed was just going to get them kited down, but now they're taking fire to the back, which means extra damage being pumped out for GTKung. Ooh. It looks like this chariot may go down to the archers in melee, which is quite embarrassing. 3,100 health to 600. And the Bloodrack Shrine should trade out well, but it will trade out, and it will be going down here momentarily. Kugel just trying to keep that unit tied down so he doesn't take further damage. He does have the superior melee infantry. The cavalry are winning against the archer group. Malice has found other targets, it seems, and that target is going to be Orion, the spellcaster for GTKung. Now, Orion is unfortunately anti-large. So he's dealing extra damage to Malice Darkblade with every hit. Malice does have a secret weapon up his sleeve, which is going to be his transformation. When he transforms, it is going to cause terror among his own troops and hurt their morale. However, he should have a full health bar. So he's trying to trade out with Orion while he's in this form and wait as long as possible before the transformation takes place. It looks like the Bloodrack Shrine, thanks to his cause terror, was able to get a rout off on the Way Watchers, but it's running back to the battle instead of chasing them off the edge of the map, so it's going to take Archer Fire, and GTKung has taken down that very valuable unit of Kugel. Some more Way Watchers going to gun down the Spearmen. Even though they are rallying, they should never be able to close in on these units. There's just too much fire here and not enough health on the Dread Spears. They are shielded, so some of the arrows will be wasted, but you can even see, although these guys are going the other way, these guys are going to rout. The Sisters of Slaughter still holding their own, but they are super vulnerable to the archer fire. Malice Darkblade getting ganked by Orion, but there's the transformation! All of a sudden, Kugel's army not in hot shape. You'll see those spears rout instantly. However, wait, he transformed back? I'm very confused. Oh, wait, no. He is in his demonic form. Never mind. Orion now left without health, facing the full health Malice Darkblade. Ooh, he's going to cast that explosion. The Wood Elf archers are back in the fight, but they're not looking too hot on ammo. Luckily, they are spending a lot of that ammo on the very vulnerable Sisters of Slaughter. And these Sisters of Slaughter are not going to do the best against cavalry. Sisters of Slaughter are shaken. And the infantry for Kugel is starting to look mighty tiny. A lot of it's routing off the field. 2 of them are shattered. 85 for Kugel to the 250 of GTKung. It's going to be up to Malice Darkblade. He's putting in work. He's taking out this cavalry unit. It is shaken. It's broken. It's going to run off the field. That's going to buy some time for Kugel to do more damage. But Malice down to half health, and he doesn't have the transformation to help him out this time. The Wild Riders are berserking. Sisters of the Singing Doom are doing what they can. They're going to unite with Malice. Another charge goes off. That's going to send the Sisters flying backwards. They're down to 12 units. Malice charges into the archers. The archers almost entire... Well, these ones are out of ammo. This one almost entirely out of ammo. But GTKung has these rallied archers that were almost run off the map. Back in the fight. You don't ever want your archers in melee with the Sisters of Slaughter. But GTKung is using every resource at his disposal. Ooh, that cavalry charge could have done a lot to Malice Darkblade, but all the models appear to have missed him. They ran right past Malice Darkblade, threading the needle. Some of these arrows are going to hit Kung's own units, but I think he sealed the victory. 195 supply to 2. As these units close in, Malice will never rout, but that health bar is ever dwindling. Kugel no longer has any units. Kung just used up the last of his archer shots, but as these shots rain down, Malice is reduced to his last 100 health. He is ringed about by elves. In the edged... Battle lines have been drawn. The compositions have been selected. Kugel relying on a lot of armor piercing, as well as his artillery, which is interesting because Kung did not bring a hell cannon with him. I think this could possibly be a build order win for Kugel. Kugel relying on the woods, I guess, to hamper the movement of Chaos, but this is also going to hamper his artillery from hitting Chaos if he has to shoot through these woods. We saw Arctic and Dragonite have a rather epic fight on this map during their match. However, Arctic was utilizing the power of the Wood Elves in the woods. This armor-piercing, terror-causing steam tank is going to be a key unit for Kugel. Balthasar Gelt going to be utilizing the Winds of Magic. Wait, did he switch to Franz? Oh, he switched to Franz! He took out Gelt! Okay, that's a big roster change. Kugel's being a little far forward. It looks like he's going to start hitting Kolek's army as soon as it emerges from the woods. Here comes Kolek, and he's not happy. Kung with an entirely melee force. Chaos Sorcerer a little bit toward the rear, while the Vanguard makes its way forward. Hellstorm rocket batteries are shooting at the Dragon Ogres, finally starting to connect some hits. Not doing too well against this. They have 0 kills so far. They are anti-infantry, which these Dragon Ogres are not. They're anti-large, in fact. Oh no, Kugel's charging his large cavalry into the Dragon Ogres. I don't know how that... Well, I guess the Griffites are anti-large, too. It's anti-large versus anti-large. Oh, you know what? The Griffites are winning. Hellstorm rocket batteries starting to pound the Chaos Marauders. Kugel running his cavalry. Both into and away from the Chaos Knights. It's a lot of cavalry versus cavalry right now. In the meantime, Collect Sun Eater going in on the steam tank, and the steam tank is losing decisively. Smashing through that unit of great swords as well. Kugel trying to pull things together right now. Outriders are pulling back. This is still an even fight for both players. However, the steam tank going down for Kugel is going to be a devastating blow. He needs to get it away from Kolek Sun Eater, I think, and this Hellstorm rocket battery is in grave danger. Kung took out the Hellstorm. There's no recovering from that. Kugel holding his Outriders in reserve, using up all their arrows as possible. Chaos Warhounds are coming in. They do deal poison attacks, so they're going to weaken whatever of Kugel's troops they hit. Kugel does seem to be winning on this flank, with Karl Franz joining the fray. Outriders firing their pistol shots into the Chaos Marauders. Chaos Marauders are shielded, but they don't have facing. So if you hit a unit from the side or from the back that has shields, it negates the shields. Ooh, the Warhounds are going to try to tie down Franz. They are going to poison him. That's going to be a little bit effective. Chaos Marauders have broken free. They're going to go for the Outriders along with the Chaos Warhounds. Some of the cavalry has rallied as well. This unit of Outriders is going to run for their lives and try to kite down the Chaos Knights. In the meantime, the battle against Kolek seems to have turned a little bit. The Great Swords are absorbing most of the damage, so the steam tank is able to get in its own damage. Now, it hasn't used too much of its steam shot. Oh, there we go! We see a huge steam blast. But it hasn't gotten to use a lot of its cannon units. What we may see develop, if it survives against Kolek, is it backing off and starting to use some of that artillery shot against the remaining infantry of GTKung, because right now, that infantry is chewing through Kugel. Kugel's units should be near unbreakable or unbreakable entirely. Kugel routs the Chaos Warhounds. Franz, still at full health. I think he's going to try to use Franz to snipe Kolek. That is my theory here. Franz and Kolek both have armored and armor piercing. Balance of power is still 50-50 this far into the game. And there we have it. Franz dropping to the ground, going after Kolek. Kolek running away. The steam tank's still pretty healthy, and this is unbreakable. No matter what, if every unit of infantry dies, Kugel still has the steam tank to keep Franz rallied. Franz decides not to go after Kolek after all. He's going to go into the Dragon Ogres, routing some of the Chaos Marauders. The rest of them are just withdrawing. These guys are shaken, but they are not broken. Dragon Ogre Shagas are anti-large, though, and they are hammering away at Karl Franz. This is a big mistake from Kugel. He gets off his spell, I guess. Oh, no. That was GTKung's spell. His Chaos Sorcerer still utilizing the Winds of Magic. I mean, Franz should win here, but this isn't the fight he wanted to take. He wanted to take the fight against Kolek. Kolek trying to finish off the Regiment of Renowned Greatswords. They're down to 1 unit model. And after that, the rest of them are going to round on the steam tank. Kugel should be able to take out the Chaos Warhounds. But things are starting to look grim for our Empire player. Balance of power is in Kung's favor. It's for Kugel's outnumbered 4-1 at this point. Kung pulled the Dragon Ogres out. Probably going to try and get a charge off. Kolek smashing into the Spearmen, smashing into Franz. Franz isn't looking very healthy. Franz runs. He's going to try to get airborne. Is he, though? No, he charges back into Kolek. Franz is broken. 56 health. The next swing of this hammer will seal the deal. Kugel knocked to the lower bracket. Where he's going to face me, actually.